Would be comical and a fine finish if I just record this out in the woods and an alligator eats me. I'm gonna be honest, I hate to admit that I'm feeling these suicidal thoughts again. There's a lot to say, but who's gonna listen? Privatized or not, nobody's gonna see this. And it's not a thing of self-pity, it's a fact. That's why I stopped making these videos and just... What can I do? Let's backtrack. You know, there's so much wildlife. I've never heard woods this loud in my life. I don't know. All I need is for an alligator to sneak up on my ass. That's really the cherry on top that would put this all to a nice bow on the shit sandwich that is my life. I'm homeless. How did I get here? By my own decisions, by my own bad choices. Maybe actually so. Maybe just maybe I did. For 12 years, I lived in a one-bedroom apartment. 12 years, and every single one was just a worse de-evolution of what you would expect a family to grow into. It was the worst. It was... I feel like a little bitch saying this, but it was traumatizing, and I know and accept that now because recently I've been having dreams, and it's only been 2 months since I moved out, and I have these dreams that feel so real, and it feels like I'm back home with my mom, and it sucks. And I hate living. I hate every second of it. I gotta resort to this because I can't afford a fucking therapist now. Not that I want one. I just wanted a friend. Sounds pathetic. No, the fuck I don't. I want to be left alone, but I want to feel like I'm talking to a soul out there. Someone that understands me. But, I mean, let's face it, I'm a weirdo, both in Colorado and in Florida. It was cool meeting one of my favorite artists, though. Really got to know him better, and he gave me the best gift anyone in my life has ever... Like, no one comes close. It was a streak of good luck. Karma. He was probably wrong about one thing, though. I don't believe in karma. Karma is unbalanced as shit, and I may not seem like it. in person, but I'm friendly, and I'm sad. Sad that I am in this position, and what, did you expect some kind of Emmy speech? I'm fucking homeless. I'm homeless, but with a job, so maybe there's still hope. But wow, I have never, ever wanted to kill myself more. It's not even that. It's a weird regret that I didn't kill myself. I should have done it. Why am I not doing it now? Why am I not taking action? I can just go walk into the woods and never be heard from again, I guess. Starve to death, it wouldn't be a lot of fun. Or get eaten by a crocodile, alligator, I don't fucking know. It also wouldn't be fun. But neither is this. Let's backtrack a bit. 12 years in a one-bedroom apartment. And that's a whole novel of itself that I am not going to cover. Was it October 3rd or 7th of 2023 that I moved out at 1 a.m. Moved in with my ex-manager at my job, which was just a damn street away. So I didn't have a lot of liberties. Like, I'm not even kidding. I just had to jaywalk the asphalt road, and bam, I am on store job property. And it sucked. Every minute of it sucked. Shit pay, but it really formed me into the hard worker that I am now. Thanks, wind. It'll sound lovely on the microphone. I already despise my own voice anyhow. I'm just... I don't know. I just... Who am I talking to? I'm not God. God's playing a mean joke on my ass. I don't know. God, what is he? What is he? Anyway, moved out at 1 a.m. and I remember my heart was pounding terribly, and it felt surreal. And ever since I have gotten out, every day feels more surreal. Feels like I'm in a dream sometimes, and I'm like, this feels so out of how predictable and stupid and fucking miserable my life was beforehand. I'm probably gonna wake up and I'm gonna be back in my bed, and I'm just gonna wake up like that to the sound of my mom yelling my name in that wretched ass tone. And, well, I moved out. And at the same time, at the very next day, of course she was pissed, but I also landed a job that paid so damn well. For 16 hours a week, I was getting the same amount of pay that I was doing 40 hours a week at my first job. That was such a huge upgrade. And I was really counting my pennies during this time too. Obviously, I just don't trust daily pay, and well, now, how ironic. I'm using it now, but even then, it's still not fucking useful. I'm doing this video because my phone line's gonna get cut tonight. It's gonna get cut tonight, and I said, why not make another stupid video for nobody to watch, for myself to lie to myself that life is gonna get better. I don't know. I'm in a whole state. I don't know anybody. I don't have any friends. I don't have any family members that are alive. I don't see. It's probably a red light from either a sniper about to strike my wanted ass for some reason, or a car. I gotta make it back to the hotel. I have nobody, and I have never felt more alone. Sure, I have my roommates, familiar faces from Colorado, but they're not great people. My question is, why is it that in my life, whenever I do good, nobody notices, but when I do bad, the slightest thing, the slightest inconvenience for anybody, I get my head bitten off. I get my shit rocked real well. Karma is unfair as fuck. God is just a kid with a magnifying glass, and I'm the ant, and he loves seeing my squirming ass fry. You know, yesterday was the first time I actually got bitten by an ant. I never knew what that felt like before. But now I know. It's just an itchy, little annoying itch, but wow, it did kind of poke a bit hard. I don't know. The ants in this state are way more aggressive than the ones in Colorado. And it's just these whole things of... Look, there's 3 questions. How was I supposed to keep my mind sane for 12 years in that fucking hellhole of a place? 4 walls around my ass, and I saw every single ghost evolve. Not even devolve. What the? Become the next amalgamation of an asshole in my life. And be totally on my own throughout the entire time. And how with just art alone? I tried to kill myself in 5th grade, and what saved my ass was a piece of paper. But why? I keep asking myself why, because I'm wondering, where the fuck did I fuck up so hard that I'm here? Some gifted and talented student is now homeless out on the streets in a fucking state where he doesn't know anybody. It's comical. Wow, it got dark quick. Where did I go wrong? Was I just doomed from the start? I was born into homelessness. And throughout those 12 years, it has always been a struggle to pay the next month's rent. Get the fuck off of me. And here we are now, except the space keeps getting smaller. Now we're in a hotel room, and we can't even afford next week's rent. And I gotta deal with this asshole who, for some reason, my roommate thought it was a good idea to invite one of the homeless people at that first job to come live with us, to provide some of his disability pay. And every day, no, I'm very sure now I'm better off on the street than waking up to piss, smelling sheets. It's just got the homeless stench that, you know, if you've been around the area, you're very familiar with. You know, this, who knows? My love, I can't even fucking talk. My life could totally turn 180, and one day I could just get canceled on fucking Twitter because this video leaks. And people are gonna be like, oh my god, the homeless stench. He's homeless phobic. Or some shit. I don't know. All I know is I fucked up somewhere. Maybe I trusted the wrong people. Maybe I was just doomed from the start. And I just gotta keep on this humbling ass quest. One person can only be humbled so much before they realize, okay, this is getting fucking ridiculous, God. Change it up a bit. Don't tell me there's coyotes or wolves or some shit or out here. Why? It's probably the ants biting again. Awesome. I'm just gonna leave this video short. I don't know what my next plan is. I have to walk 7 miles to and from this shitty Dollar Tree job. I was better off at Amazon where I had a bike. It didn't work right, but I had a functioning bike. And I biked 7 miles. And I was getting better pay. And life was taking a step back. All I need is for some creature to come get my ass out here. I don't... Did I throw my life away? What choice was I given? Did I fuck up my life for good? And is it too late to, you know, call it quits and end my life? Because, you know, I had dreams to be big, to help people, to really make a change in the world. But the people I help, I didn't expect anything from return, but I also didn't expect to have knives in my fucking back. One day at a time, I guess. Maybe I just love suffering. Maybe I just love this pain. That's what my mom always told me. You're stupid because you want to be. You're in pain, you're miserable, you're depressed because you want to be. I don't. But shit just comes up. And there's only so many wrenches I can have thrown my way by life. And yet they keep coming. They keep coming. I'm back at square one. And this time it's with people I'm not even related with, but though not as miserable. Not as miserable as my mom and my family. And not as chaotic and stressful. They're starting to become just as stressful. Just as stressful. You know, I'm looking at all these stories of, like, what, Robert Downey Jr. is his name? Yeah, I don't, does it look like I was sheltered for most of my life. I don't know shit. That's why I don't relate to anybody. I don't play video games. I can't fucking say anything. I don't have anything to my expense, within my grasp, to make even the smallest of small convo with anybody. It sucks. I don't have any friends. The people that I was friends with, well, I was a dick to a few. Because I just wanted to be left alone. After being fucking stabbed by another dick. I just wanted to be left alone. I didn't mean harm on anybody. And I'm damn sure, I made my points clear. And only made harm. Only done harm. Where harm had to be done to get the dumb fucking point across to somebody's thick skull. Will it get better? I don't know. Apparently he was a heroin addict. I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna see what his story was and see if maybe I could play my cards at being an actor. Or find what is my actual talent, or why the fuck am I still doing art? Why does an artist choose misery? It's these kind of big questions that I ask myself and keep to myself. I'm not asking myself, why does life suck? And I'm going on a tangent here. This asshole that moved in with us is asking me all these questions, and I'm in a position where I'm 20 years old. What do you think happens with a 20-year-old who's put into a adult situation? Now, he's not taken seriously, but he's also asked these fucking questions that are bigger than life itself, that are beyond his control. What kind of fucking dynamic, in what sense does that make sense? In what sense does that make sense? Funny, that's... My life is a joke. My life is comical. To somebody. How ironic that on the night, whatever, that my phone line is gonna get cut. There's no way I can. It's inevitable. It's gonna happen at midnight. One less thing to worry about, I guess. But how ironic that I wake up to my not roommate. He's not a roommate. To this asshole, pantsless, pissing himself right in front of me, and he's just looking at himself, pissing, and then he's like, "Oh, my bad." Sorry. It's that shit that I had to deal with for 12 fucking years that really, really tested my fucking patience. And I had to go to work early. I would rather go fuck myself at this damn job than why? Why is he here? Why? He's treating my cat like shit. He's treating the husky like shit. And I don't know. Was it really worth dealing with this bullshit to have him contribute to, you know, a